Have a good day. Stay sharp. Be ready.
Good evening. Welcome everybody. Welcome one. Welcome all. Welcome everyone to the High Side Racing League at Dover. And we are underway as we have taken the green flag and already under a manual caution here. And let's see if we can get through the field. As you see, the drivers restocking the field here. You have Eagles in his number 9 Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet starting on the front row today. Next, we have Billy Holcomb in that number 1 Monster War Motorsport Chevrolet. The last time he was in that car was at Darlington, where he dominated the field. He was a dominator at Darlington, lapping the field. As we go green here, these guys go and get 3 wide into turn 1, and Eagles looking for that lead under the bottom side, as War in the 88 machine tonight, and Eagles taking that lead from the 3 car. The 3 car driven by Rub on him tonight. Rub in that 3 car started on the pole as he was just passed by Eagles in the 9 car, and Rub in that 3 car tonight. Next we have Street Machine in that 5. Watch for Street Machine in the 5 car to be a factor before this race is all said and done. Next, we have Hardcore Bubba in the Richard Petty Motorsports 43. Hardcore Bubba in the 43. Good buddy of mine. All you generally in the booth on Sunday nights for the FTR A-League races. Last night, or this week, coming up at this next Sunday, we're going to be at Las Vegas. So enjoy looking for him to be up in the back in the booth with me for that. A Hardcore Bubba racing in that 43 tonight. Next, we have another FTR B-League driver, JD. JD currently in 2nd place. He was the winner last night at Road America in the B-League race. Currently 2nd in the championship point standings in a fierce battle with the leader Micah, who Micah tonight is in the 48 Chevrolet. Micah in another B-League FTR driver in that 48 Chevrolet tonight. Look for Micah to be fast as always. Next we have Sludge in the 18. As you see, Sludge in the 18 has taken over the 2nd position from Rub. Rub back down to 3rd in the 3 car. Sludge taking over that 2nd place spot right behind Eagles, trying to track him down. And then next, moving on, we have Pittman in that 11 car. Pittman having an excellent season this year. Pittman in that 11 car, in that FedEx 11. Watch for him to be a factor tonight. Next, we have RCR in the 14. RCR moving up to the A-League in the FTR series recently. He is now in the A-League in that 14 car. Tonight in the high side in that 14 Ford Mustang. Always fast. Look for him to be a factor tonight as well. And next, moving on in the 34 car. 34 car tonight is Dan the Man. Dan the Man taking over that number 34 ride tonight. Look for him to always be fast. Dan the Man in the 34. And that will do. That's our... That is our introduction to our drivers tonight as we go back up to the leaders, as we have a battle between Sludge and Eagles for that first place spot. Rub and Eagles Sludge and Eagles, as Sludge all over the bumper of that 9 car right now. Sludge looking to try to get around that 9 car. These guys going at it. nose to tail. That 9 car has a mirror full of that 18 right now. As they go head into turn 3, Eagles holding on with the lead so far. We are in stage 1. And Eagles into turn 3. Sludge all over his bumper. We have about 25 laps to go in stage 1. The Eagles in the 9 car currently in first, and Sludge right on his tail, as these two have separated themselves from the field a little bit, riding nose to tail in that draft. Coming out of turn 2, where it can be very treacherous, this coming off of turn 2 and that with that bridge turn, that can be very, very slick, very loose. Very careful coming out of turn 2, because you can get that car wiggly real quick. Same with turn 4, as these guys come off turn 4 down the straightaway past the start-finish line. Sludge and Eagles 1-2 nose to tail. Eagles in a 9 car has a lead, but Sludge in the 18, he wants it. And these guys are battling right on for the position of for the lead. As they cross the start-finish line, headed down into turn 1. Sludge looking on the outside possibly. Eagles protecting that bottom groove, that bottom line. That 9 car very fast today, as well as that 18 and Sludge, both very quick, very fast. Both of these drivers, as you know, very well known in the FTR A-League series that runs Sunday night at 9 o'clock this season. Stay tuned for these next 2 races with FTR as we are in the playoffs. And speaking of playoffs, this series, we are the High Side Racing League series tonight on these Monday night racing. Tonight we are at Dover, but the High Side Racing League has had to alter their schedule for the upcoming new season of FTR as well as High Side. So there's only a couple races left, and green flag pit stops start to be made as Sludge and Eagles kind of get together a little bit, and that's going to leave Pittman. Pittman is going to come around, and he's going to stay out and take the lead. So Pittman in the 11 car going to take the lead right currently while everybody's making green flag pit stops. But look for Pittman. Pittman still has to make that green flag stop, but he's going to stay out here. This is a complete strategy. Mostly, just about everybody is already coming down pit road. The entire field is down pit road, but Pittman's staying out. Maybe it's a good strategy position, so get everybody on and off pit road, so he might not escape any damage or any conflict on pit road. But as you see, here he comes dipping down on the shoulder now. He's coming down on the shoulder to make his green flag pit stop. As you see now, everybody's pretty much coming off of pit road, making their green flag pit stops here in stage 1. Micah now. Micah in that 48 Ally Chevrolet. Awesome buddy of mine, Micah. Always root for Micah, an FTR B-League Series driver. Your current points leader in the FTR B-League Series, as he looks like he may have stayed out. Micah in that 48, I don't know if he's already made his pit stop or not, but looks like he may have stayed out and to wait for these guys to get on and off pit road and the pit cycle. So these guys at Dover, which is a very fuel mileage type of race most of the time, depending upon how cautions run, these guys generally get 18 laps of fuel. So we are already down to 17 laps remaining. So after this past green flag stop, these guys should have enough to make it to the end of stage 1. So moving along, looking around the field right now, as these guys are pretty well strung out now. As you see, take a look at Billy in the one car. Billy looks like he has a little damage to the hood of that number 1 Monster Chevrolet. Billy currently in 5th position. And looks like he has a little bit of damage to his car right now. But in 5th position, looking to track down the 4th place car as he crosses the start-finish line. But as you see, he's trying to catch, looks like he's trying to catch War in the 88 car. As you can see, he's got some damage to the front end of that 88 Chevrolet. So it looks like some damage on both cars between War and Billy to both of those cars. As you see, Billy starting to really reel in the 88 car of War right now. War currently in 4th spot. Billy in 5th. Both of these guys looking to have a great run here tonight as they come off of turn 4, passing the start-finish line. We have that's going to give us now, well, it looks like we're down to about 12 to go now. So these laps are starting to really tick off now. As you see, Sludge in that 18 car, Sludge also has some damage to his hood. As everything circled around, Sludge currently in 2nd place, but he's got a mirror full of that 14 car, which is RCR. RCR in that 14 car currently in 3rd, all over Sludge. Looks like Sludge receiving some damage, has certainly lost some time to Eagles and our current leader, and has had the 14 catch all right up to him with that damage. And here comes a 14 car looking underneath of the 18, unable to make the pass. Gave him a little peek in the inside before they went into turn 1, but unable to get the momentum to do it. But he's still looking to try as we go about 10, 11 laps left to go here in stage 1. And here comes the 18 car back down on the shoulder to come down pit road. This, I believe, is an unscheduled pit stop. As you see more guys coming down the road, down pit road. Makes me wonder if some of these guys pitted a little too early in the green flag stops and not having enough fuel to make it to the end. JD back down pit road in his number 51 car. As Eagles in the 9 car still out on the track. There's about 7 laps left. So it looks like all these guys might have to come in depending upon how long they were able to stretch it. So this is a fuel mileage situation here. So strategy and fuel is definitely going to come into play here with these guys early in the race here in stage 1. As Eagles still staying out. It looks like Bubba in the 43. Doesn't look like that was him coming down pit road, coming to make his pit stop. The 3 car Rub coming off a pit lane. Street Machine in the 5 car now coming down pit road to make his green flag stop. There's Bubba in his 43 entering his pit stall. JD in his 51 back out on the track from making his green flag stop. And there's RCR in the 14. RCR in his 14 Ford Mustang out on the track looking for a good run tonight. And it still looks like everybody's trying to keep up with the 9 car. And here comes that 9 car coming down pit road with the leaders as Eagles coming down pit road. As you see Billy in the 1 car entering his pits. The 88 war in the 88 coming down pit road with RCR and Eagles. So here are your top 4 cars all down pit road now at the same time. So these other guys, everything's looking like a probably circle around. As Billy had a long pit stop. Billy had an 18-second stop. Makes me wonder if he had a pit road penalty. It looked like he was trying to get a gas and go, but I think he possibly had gotten a black flag, possibly entering the pits a little too fast there. It's dropped him back to 10th position. Big mistake, big costly mistake, uncharacteristic mistake from Billy, if that's the case. The Eagles back out on the track in his 9 car. Eagles has pretty much led the entire way so far. We're only in stage 1, but coming to the end of stage 1 here very quickly, as we only have 2 laps remaining in stage 1. Eagles in the 9 car. Coming off of turn 2 in the back stretch. Into turn 3, into turn 4. Coming down the front stretch. Should be taking the white flag now. Or that was the end of stage 1, looks like. So we have completed stage 1. So Eagles actually finished 3rd in stage 1. Dan the Man 4th, Pittman in 5th, Micah finished 6th, Rub in 7th, War in 8th, Street Machine 9th, Billy in 10th, JD 11th, and Hardcore Bubba. RCR with the stage 1 win. RCR wins the first stage with Sludge in 2nd. So congratulations to RCR, your stage 1 winner, with Sludge in the 18 car in 2nd. So as we come to the green flag for the beginning of stage 2, RCR in the 14, Eagles in the 9 on the front row. RCR gets off to a pretty good jump. Now RCR in the 14 gets a great jump off of the turn, and he's going to take the lead. And looks like Dan the Man is going to follow suit right behind him and get a good jump. So it looks like Dan the Man in the 34 car going to be in 2nd position as he pulls in front of Eagles in the 9 car. And the 14 of RCR back out in front after winning stage 1, as he has the lead early in stage 2 in the 14. RCR, as we mentioned, has recently moved up to the A League of the FTR Racing League Series. We are in the playoffs for all 3 of these leagues. We are the High Side Racing League tonight at Dover. And these guys racing hard, coming to the end of the season here, where every point counts. Now RCR, with that stage win for stage win, still out front with a 34 car of Dan the Man, not far behind them on his tail with the 18 car of Sludge in 3rd place behind them. As we look as Eagles looking to take over 3rd spot. Eagles looks to get to the inside of Sludge for 3rd. And Eagles and Sludge side by side going into 3 and 4. coming down the front stretch. They still side by side. Going into turn 1 and turn 2, Eagles is finally going to make the pass on Sludge. So Eagles takes over the third place spot over Sludge, making a nice, smooth, great pass on Sludge for that third position. Nice pass by Eagles, showing some speed in that 9 car. So Eagles takes over third, Sludge drops back to fourth, Pittman, as you see in the 11 car, following right behind them in fifth, with Billy in sixth in that 1 car. Rub in seventh in the 3 car. And then eighth is War in that 88. At 88. With a nice looking car. He's riding a Cincinnati, the Cincinnati car, and that's definitely a shout out to the Cincinnati Bengals, who are in the Super Bowl this year, as we look forward to watching the Cincinnati Bengals battle the Rams this Sunday at the Super Bowl in Los Angeles, as I am definitely personally running for Cincinnati, so definitely want to get a little camera love to the Cincinnati car, and shout out to the Cincinnati Bengals, who are in the Super Bowl, and I sure hope that they win. As right in front of this pack nowadays, you have a big pack of cars. As you see, Sludge gotten past Dan the Man in a 34. Dan the Man gets into the wall. Dan the Man pushes high and gets into the wall and opens the door for a lot of drivers. Pittman, Sludge, War, Billy, all were unable to get around the 34 car of Dan the Man. So it was a big, costly mistake. Dan the Man going into the turn, getting tight and getting up into the wall. And it certainly opened the door for a lot of these guys to shoot up underneath of them. So we're looking to see now, is Dan the Man able to try to get back up there with some of these guys? And Dan the Man back into the wall, comes off of turn 2 and gets wicked loose and gets into the wall, as he's now going to come down pit road and make his green flag stop, as he is having his hands full with that 34 car. And that is just a heartbreak for the Dan the Man in that 34, who was running in second position. Back up here with the leaders, Sludge up into third. So as you see here, Sludge and Eagles all over RCR, who's your current leader, and Billy in that 1 car joining the fight with them. As you see, Sludge and Eagles gets up into the wall. Eagles gets high and gets up in the wall and open the door for Sludge in the 18. So Sludge is going to take over a second spot. Billy followed suit behind him in that 1 car. So Billy will now be in third place. So RCR hanging on to the lead with Sludge in second, Billy in third, and Eagles dropping down to fourth. As we now have, looks like we have a battle for fifth with War in the 88 all over the 3 car. But back up front here, we have Sludge. Sludge, your new leader. As Sludge got past the 14 car. Oh man, see, there's so many battles at Dover. I looked to see another battle, and once I did, we had a battle change for the lead, and Sludge takes the lead over from RCR. And not only that, but Billy followed and now in second position with Eagles in third. But Sludge, your new leader in the 18 car, Sludge came home victorious last night in the FTR A-League Series playoff race at Road America last night. and outdueled everyone. And here comes everybody in the entire field coming down pit road. But again, Pittman, the one staying out. And Pittman in the 11 car stayed out. So Pittman is going to take over the lead real quick while everybody is making green flag pit stops. All the leaders coming down pit road. Street Machine stayed out in the 5 car. And here comes Street Machine now. He's following Pittman now coming down pit road. As all these guys, it's JD gets in at 50 in his 51, trying to get off a pit road, run into a little bit of trouble as there was a bottleneck. And Dan the Man in that 34, as he pitted a little early, as he had his hands full getting tight into the wall, and then kind of getting loose off of turn 2 and hit the inside barrier. So Dan the Man not needing to pit right now, as he had to pit early, but he's going to be off course in pit in the pit cycle, so we'll see how that plays in a factor. And Micah, as you see, Micah in the 48 car has a little bit of damage to that 48 Ally Chevrolet, as he's right coming up on JD in that 51 car. Both of those guys fighting for the FTR B League championship. Those guys, Micah currently in first, JD right behind him in second in points for the championship standings in the FTR B League series. Back up to the front, we have Sludge and that 18, as he's got Billy all coming up on behind him, as Billy is in second, Eagles in third, RCR in fourth, and Pittman in the 11 car currently in 5th position. That is your top 5 running order after our green flag pit stops. As you can see, Sludge has a nice little cushion right now over Billy in that 1 car. But as we know, as fast as Billy can be, Billy in that 1 car, he can make that interval disappear real fast, real quick. So we'll look to see if he's able to do just that. And Pittman in the 11 car, he's back down pit road, and it looks like Pittman possibly having a mechanical issue, and it looks like he is having to take the 11 car to the garage, which is an absolute heartbreak for Pittman. Pittman in the 11 car, always a contender in this high side racing league series, and that is just heartbreak for Pittman, who's had to take his 11 FedEx Toyota behind the wall. It seems to be an electric failure or some kind of mechanical failure. But as we see, look going through the field, and JD in the 51 coming up on the 34 car of Dan the Man, and these two guys looks like they're putting on a nice little battle here. JD in the 51 looking to the inside of Dan the Man, goes on to the inside, side by side. Dan the Man off the wall. Dan the Man bounced off the wall again. Dan the Man has had his hands full with that 34 car, just making adjustments. I know he made some big time adjustments in the pit, trying to get the handling of that car correct. But as we go back up with our leaders, as we run along with Billy in the 1 car, you see the interval between he and your leader Sludge. Sludge, your current leader in the 18, as you see him there ahead of Billy in the interval. Billy currently in 2nd position in that 1 car in that Monster Chevrolet. Eagles behind him in 3rd, RCR behind him in 4th. That is your running order for the top 4. as we ride along with War briefly. War in that 88 car, and you see the interval that he has trying to catch up. As Micah coming off a pit road, Micah making his pit stop in that 48 car. And Micah in that 48 Chevrolet coming off a pit road. An indication that maybe we're going to see the second round of green flag pit stops here for these guys. As we are in stage 2. As we've got about, looks like 48 laps remaining in stage 2. And Sludge in the 18, your leader. A Sludge in the 18, looking to possibly put Micah a lap down. As Micah went into the pits, Micah on some fresher tires, so as you see, he can pulling away just a little bit with those fresh tires. Sludge in the 18, your current leader. There's 47 laps to go, but these laps sure go by quick when it only takes about 30 seconds or less to get around this track. So these laps click down really quickly. The Sludge in that 18. Having a dominating performance now as he's taken over this race. Your winner last night in the FTR A-League Series at Road America. Sludge in that 18. A little bit on cruise control here. We're in the second stage of this race. As Sludge keeps on moving. As we kind of go around the track a little bit, Street Machine in that 5 car. Going around Bubba in the 43. As we see some more green flag pit stops coming, JD and his 51 car down pit road. Billy and Eagles as they come down to make their green flag stops. War follows suit with them, along with Sludge. And Sludge coming down pit road, making his green flag stop. So all the leaders down pit road making their green flag stop. And looks like Rub in the 3 car got a little sideways off in on the pit road. So a little bit of bottleneck here as you see Billy and Eagles. They come off of pit road the way they went on. Eagles in the 9. Oh, he gets a little bit loose coming off of turn 2. Wait, as he gets those a little bit more, as he gets a little bit of heat in those tires and gets those brand new sticker Goodyear Eagles. Get some heat in those bad boys and get them to where he can get up to full speed. Riding currently with Billy, as Billy is still trying to chase down that 18 car of Sludge. As you see Sludge ahead of Billy already in that 18 car. So we're kind of going through the field a little bit. And seeing some of these guys as you see, looks like that was Bubba. And Bubba coming off of pit road in that 43 Chevrolet. Bubba, FTR B League Series driver, having an excellent season in the FTR B League Series in the playoffs that we're currently on. There's 2 races left in both leagues, the FTR A and B League. And this next week, the FTR Series on Sundays travels to Las Vegas. So look for some awesome racing in Las Vegas. I know I'm excited to take my 96 Toyota to Las Vegas and trying to dial that in and looking to have a fun race there as we look on at Bubba in the 43, who has his hands full with that 43 as he's right now right in front of the leaders and getting out of the way of the leaders as Sludge in the 18 puts him a lap down. There's Sludge in the 18 on cruise control still here a little bit as you see Sludge in the 18, the interval that he has between him and the second place car of Billy. So stay tuned, folks. I'm going to take a brief commercial and be right back. Enjoy. I'm going to leave the camera currently on our leader in Sludge, as I will be back in just a few minutes. I'm taking a brief commercial break. Be right back. Enjoy the racing for the next few minutes, and be right back. Welcome back to Dover, the High Side Racing League. I am Shady Acres, back with you to finish out the remaining part of this race. Sludge in the 18 car, absolutely dominating. We have 10 laps to go in stage 2. Sludge, your current leader in the 18. Billy is in second. Oh, and we got a wreck on the backstretch as Bubba crashes. Oh, look at that. Bubba with a great reverse move to get out of the way of some oncoming traffic. I mean, and Eagles gets into the back of him. A caution is out as Bubba went around on the backstretch and brought out the caution. The Sludge in first, Billy in second, Street Machine third, RCR fourth, JD fifth, War in sixth, Eagles seventh, and Pittman in eighth, Rub ninth, and Dan the Man in 10th. As we go back to green, as Sludge back on still your current leader out front in first, as Billy in the 1 car on the high side and allowing RCR in the 14 to take over second. RCR looking on the inside of Sludge here. RCR in the 14. He and Billy doing battle for the second place spot as RCR makes a little block on the Billy. We have 4 laps remaining left in stage 2 now. As these guys, a little shootout, little drag race with 4 laps to go in stage 2. Sludge in the 18. RCR in the 14 right behind him. As Sludge trying to pull away a little bit, dominating in that 18 car tonight. As he has that 18 car hooked up. Eagles in the back makes a pass for third in front of Billy. The Street Machine in the 5th place car. In his number 5 car in 5th place, right behind Eagles and Billy. As you see the top 4 there, right in front of Street Machine. Riding along with Street. As we see with now a change for the lead, RCR going for the lead. And that is going to be the end of the stage. As Sludge wins stage 1, Billy in second, Street Machine third, War in fourth, and RCR in fifth, your stage 2 results. So congratulations to Sludge as Sludge takes home another stage. Here at Dover. And Dover, the Monster Mile on the concrete as Sludge, Billy, Street Machine, War, RCR, Eagles, Looks like Pittman, JD, Rubb, and Dan the Man. The Eagles starting all the way in the back behind Micah and Rubb. As he's got a long way to go to get back up into the front. War in the 88 gets into the wall. And Billy gets high in the wall a little bit. Billy goes high and gets into the wall. So these guys, in the beginning of stage 3, really putting the pedal to the metal and making some uncharacteristical mistakes. Dan the Man in the 34. Behind RCR. Everybody chasing down Sludge. He's your current leader in the 18 car. Street Machine now in second behind him in the 5 car. As things start to kind of separate a little bit, kind of string out a little bit. A Pittman in the 11 car looks like the only car that's retired for the evening with mechanical issues. Micah. And Micah looks like he got into the wall a little bit on that with that 48 Chevrolet. And Micah looks like he has his hands full a little bit. Looked like a little position battle here for third spot. Billy in fourth, right behind RCR. As you see, Eagles came quickly through the field, already up to 5th position. As these guys nose to tail of Billy, trying to get his way around this 14 car. Street Machine in that 5 car in second position. So you have 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and Dan the Man right there in 7th in his 34 machine. As here comes a 14 car looking to get under the 5 car of Street Machine now. So RCR gets underneath of the 5 car. The 5 car gets way high. And Street Machine and Billy both able to get underneath of him. And here comes Billy underneath of the 14 to take the spot over. Billy's going to make the pass and open the door for Street Machine in the 5 car. Street Machine in that 5 car. Eagles able to get around him in a 9. Eagles trying to get around the 14 car now. And it looks like we have a caution that's out. A caution is out. Not sure what brought out the caution. Not exactly sure what brought out the caution, but the caution definitely is out. So we will stack them and rack them to have a restart. With Sludge, with these guys definitely going to make green flag pit stops, or I'm sorry, pit stops under caution, as Billy and Sludge on your front row. and they will take the field to the green side by side. Side by side, Sludge gets out to a jump, and RCR into one car make contact, and Billy in the wall, and big wreck. Billy collects Street Machine. Big wreck, and that's going to bring out the caution again. Big wreck as Billy, that happened so fast that Billy and the 14 looked like that they made some contact, and Billy got sent up into the wall right in front of the field, much like we had just the other week at the All-Star race in Charlotte between RCR and Eagles getting together, as they were in the front row, and they ended up, and RCR came down off of the wall in front of the entire field, and we had a Daytona Talladega big one at Charlotte, as kind of almost had a little something similar. But now the 14 car of RCR now is going to start first with Sludge on the outside, as Sludge quickly looks to the inside. RCR jumps out to the early lead, but here comes Sludge underneath in turn 3 and 4, and he's going to take the lead back from the 14 car, with the 9 car of Eagles following suit right behind him. And Billy, after getting a pit stop and getting some damage fixed up, Billy back right up there in 4th, right behind the 14 car. So Eagles in 2nd, Sludge regains the lead, RCR in 3rd, with Billy right on his tail in 4th. So the racing has gotten very exciting here in Stage 3 of the High Side Racing Series Monday Night Racing at Dover, as these guys are battling pretty feverishly, as here comes RCR diving back up underneath of the 9 car to take 2nd spot back. RCR dives back underneath the 9. RCR and Eagles side by side going into turn 1 and turn 2. Billy right behind RCR. RCR makes the pass, opens the door. Billy follows suit. So Billy will take 3rd. Eagles drops back to 4th, with RCR holding on to 2nd for the moment, and only for just this moment, because these guys certainly are putting on a show for you tonight. Here comes the 1 car of Billy, as he gets under the 1 car now. Or under the 14 car, and Billy in the 1 car gets under the 14, and he's going to make the pass for 2nd, and the 9 car will follow suit behind Billy to take over 3rd, and now RCR drops back to 4th place position. Eagles in the 9 car now in 3rd, Billy in 2nd, and Sludge is able to pull away just a little bit while these guys were doing battle. So Sludge was able to put a little bit of distance between him and these guys, as you see the interval there. And Eagles tucks back up right behind the 1 car of Billy, coming down the front stretch, crossing the start-finish line into turn 1 and turn 2. As Eagles and Billy look like they're trying to catch that 18 car of Sludge, as War in the 88 now pulls up onto the bumper of the 14. And Eagles got got loose off of turn 2 into the wall, got way high, had to get off of the throttle, and now Eagles drops back as RCR and Ward take the spot over from Eagles. So Eagles is going to drop back to 5th place as War and RCR are able to capitalize. RCR now in 3rd, War in 4th. War having an excellent run. And I spoke to War early this afternoon before the race, as he has been very, very unhappy with his performance in FTR A-League Series as well as this High Side Racing Series here tonight. As War having a great run tonight. He had an excellent run going last night at Road America. As I was talking to him, and here he's looking on the 14 car to make a pass. Eagles, he shoots to the bottom, and Eagles, he's coming in to make his green flag pit stop. And here comes War underneath, makes his move underneath of the 14 now. War going in a turn, makes the pass, and War takes over 3rd position. As I was just saying, speaking to War early this afternoon, War was very, very critical and upset and frustrated with himself with the performances that he's put out on the track all season long, not only in FTR A-League Series Sunday nights, but even in this high side racing series on Monday nights. But here he is in 3rd position, having an excellent run in that 88 car. And as he now looks to track down Billy in the 1 car, as you see the interval that he has to catch the Billy and ultimately the leader in Sludge. So he has plenty of time to catch up with those guys. As you see Dan the Man in the 34 coming down to make his green flag stop with Rub, as well as Micah. As we are going to ride with Sludge, who has absolutely been dominating this race tonight here at Dover. Sludge in that 18 car. Your winner of last night's race at the FTR A-League Series at Road America. And here comes Sludge down on the shoulder to make his green flag stop, with Billy and War and RCR follow suit. So all the leaders coming down pit road to make their green flag stops. The Street Machine still out on the racetrack. Unclear if he's already made his green flag stop. I'm not sure, but we'll find out in a minute. As Street Machine got caught up in that earlier wreck with Billy. As you can see the damage that he still has as he brushes up against the wall again. So Street Machine trying to play the strategy card a little bit to try to make up some time, as we are now in the 3rd stage of this race. So these guys trying to bring it home. We have about 43 laps left to go in this race as things cycle around. Where Sludge remains your leader. As there's Sludge there in that 18 car, who's absolutely put on a clinic here tonight, as he's taken everybody to school here at Dover. Just absolutely dominating. But that that one car, if I'm not wrong or mistaken, that one car making up some time just ever so slightly. Currently, right now, he's 0.8 seconds behind Sludge in that 18. But it's hard to know and impossible to know right now if Sludge might just have it a little bit on cruise control. Looks like the interval now has increased to 1 second, so Sludge is still pulling away from Billy, actually. So Sludge in that 18, just absolutely dominating. And it does not take long to get around this track here at Dover. Roughly 22-25 seconds it takes to get around this track here at Dover. So we got about 40 laps to go, and it does not take long. As we go back through the field at our drivers here at Highside Racing League. JD in that 51. I love the way that 51 car looks. Just think it looks awesome. That paint scheme. RCR in that 14. Currently behind War as RCR in 5th place. Eagles in the 9 car. Billy in the 1 car, Monster Chevrolet from War Motorsports, as War in that 88. And Dan the Man in that 34 car tonight. Is Dan the Man right behind Eagles, as he's having so far really good race, putting together a good race tonight. Micah in a 48 car, the Ally Chevrolet. Haven't called his name much tonight. The same with Rub. Rub in the 3 car. Started up towards the front. As you see Rub in that 3 car, kind of all by himself here a little bit. And Rub, one of the driver's favorite, as far as this guy is just a tremendous guy. Love practicing with him and talking with him. The guy is absolutely hilarious. Comes and races hard every single week. Doesn't cause trouble. Doesn't purposely cause any trouble. He gets out of the way. Doesn't try to bother anybody, but just goes out each week and have some fun. And that's all you can ask for. The Rub, one of my favorite drivers, and not only in FTRA League Series, but here in this Highside Racing League tonight on Monday Night Racing. A Street Machine in that 5 car has a tremendous amount of damage to that front hood. And Bubba, he's getting very important practice and experience time in this Highside Racing League tonight, especially tonight at Dover in that 43 Chevrolet. Getting very important experience as well as practice with this Highside Racing League. As well as JD in that 51. And Micah also. All 3 of those drivers, Bubba, JD, and Micah, all 3 in the FTR B League Series. as I myself currently in the B League series for this season, as I look forward to joining these guys on the racetrack next season. It's been my privilege and honor to be in the booth to bring these races to you on the FTR Racing League broadcast, and I definitely do look forward and excited to taking my 96 out on the racetrack with these High Side Racing League folks. As you see JD dropping down to the apron to make his green flag pit stop. RCR in the 14 car, as these guys all now look like they're coming down pit road. And here comes Eagles in his 9 car, as all the leaders coming down to make their green flag pit stops. Billy, Sludge, War, everybody, as Micah's still staying out. Maybe trying a little bit of strategy here to try to get a lap back or two. Not sure if how many laps down he is, but Micah never gives up. No matter how far behind he is, he's going to race hard till the very end, as he never gives up. And I love that about him. One of my great friends, one of my good friends, Micah, in that 48 tonight. Same with Hardcore Bubba. Bubba, also a great friend of mine, who's my fellow broadcast booth partner for the FTA League A Series on Sunday nights. Certainly enjoy watching all of these guys and root for all of these guys in all of these leagues, especially tonight on these Monday night races in this High Side Racing League. So we watched JD there for a moment, and RCR, Eagles, and his 9, got Dan the Man with him there. Those guys may be trying to hook up and get a little bit of a draft help to get themselves back up. As you see, RCR is right in front. They're riding along with Billy. And Billy has now caught that 18 car of Sludge. So Billy and Sludge, first and second. The Billy and Sludge first and second now. We've got about 24 laps to go in this race. So these guys are going to have to make one more green flag pit stop, as Billy has finally been able to run down the 18 car of Sludge, and here they are, 1-2, and Sludge up against the wall a little bit, and Sludge coming off a turn 2, possibly gets a little bit of loose and got up into the wall and definitely lost a bit of momentum, and allows Billy to really close up onto Sludge's bumper here. As Billy, right now, I think Billy, more than anything, is just being very patient, as there's still one more round of green flag pit stops to make. So we have a big wreck on the front stretch, the 5-car Street Machine. I'm not sure what has happened here. A Street Machine. The Street Machine got up onto the barrier on pit road. Caution flag did not wave as he was in the pit road, And as you see, Street Machine just has so much damage to that 5 car. I'm not sure if he's like me and drives with the in-car view, but if he is, I hope he's sitting on the phone book so he can see over top of that hood. But that was interesting as they were watching the leaders coming off of turn 4 onto this front stretch and seeing that 5 car with his rear wheels on top of the wall, the pit wall barrier that separates pit road in the front stretch. So that was certainly interesting to see. As we go back now to our front 2 leaders, Billy and Sludge. We have 17 laps to go. So there's going to be one more round of green flag pit stops with these guys only have about 8 laps left in their fuel window. So now we'll really see how strategy plays into effect here. Meaning, seeing if we see anybody just take fuel only to get to the end, or maybe just take 2 tires. Or do you take the time to get all 4 tires? As you see Micah respectfully getting out of the way of these guys. Micah saw these leaders coming up and he just headed right for the wall, held it up to the wall to make sure he stays out of the way of these 2 guys. Micah, one of the most respected drivers in the league and the most classiest. As we continue to watch Billy and Sludge. Currently 1-2, and looks like Billy right now just being patient, knowing that they've got one more green flag stop to make to get to the end of the race. As we have about 12 laps to go. We have about 12 laps to go in the race. As Billy looks to the inside, took a little peekaboo down on the inside. But I think all you see in here is you see Billy being patient. And here they come down pit road. So here these guys come, the leaders 1 and 2. Now here is where you do not want to make a mistake and get a green or get a black flag and come in too fast. And because that would obviously just kill your any chance and destroy the remaining of your race. As these 2 guys, now let's see what the strategy is. Do they take fuel? Do they take 2? Do they take 4? As you see Street Machine coming out of the pits now, making his last green flag stop. Bear with me here. I want to keep the camera on these 2 guys. So here comes the 18 now. So 18, and here comes the 1. So the 18 was able to stay out in front of the 1. Looks like took 4 tires and fuel. So now here we go for a shootout to the finish line. As you see Sludge able to put just a little bit breathing room in between he and Billy. So now can Billy chase down Sludge, as Sludge getting ready to come up on some lap traffic, and seeing if this is going to play a factor as Micah and Bubba both just getting out of the way here. Oh, and we have a big crash. We have actually a big wreck. Billy and Micah got together, I think. An absolute mishap. Oh, unbelievable. As Billy now has to take it behind the wall. I'm not sure what happened there, but Billy was in second to pass these lap cars, and I think got into Micah. And that's all but going to seal the race for Sludge. I am not sure what happened there. Hopefully we can get Billy up into the booth. Let's see if we can get Billy into the booth real quick. As Sludge as I lost it looks like I lost connection here. See if I can get back on real quick. And get these last few laps. And here at Dover, an interesting turn of events. I think that does it. As Sludge, congratulations Sludge on the win. And Sludge, you with us?
I'm here.
Congratulations, man, on the win tonight. I'm gonna get bring you on up into the booth with Warren Eagles. So I actually lost feed there literally right at the end. I believe it was you, Eagles, and War finished top three. Is that right?
Sludge winner, I was second, and I think Eagles third.
Eagles
I
came
think how it
third.
went.
So, congratulations. Okay, so let's start with Eagles. Is Eagles up here?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Eagles, what's going on, man? So tell us, from your view of the race, how was your race tonight?
First of all, it was definitely a long one. And for me, it was an up and down race. You know, at one point I was 2 laps down. Another point I was 2 laps away from winning a stage. I was fifth with like 10 to go and somehow finished third. I don't know. Second place got taken out. I don't know. A whole lot of incidents happened tonight, but I'm happy to finish third. It's a good points day, but almost won the first stage and then I spun coming out of the pits. At one point I was 2 laps down with an untimely caution. A couple cautions got me back on the lead lap, but I don't know how I came away with third, to be honest with you.
It was really, really crazy there at the very end of the race. But that 9 car looks strong like it does every week, man. Especially at the beginning of the race. I mean, look like you had a really fast car tonight, man.
Yeah, I mean, car was really good when it didn't have damage. I ran that entire last run with front end damage and right side damage that I didn't even know I had. Whenever I go to pit, it said 0 seconds of damage. But my car was sliding around on the track, and I decided to look, and the whole side of my car is yellow. So when I got that fixed, I went out there and ran 22.4 on the first lap. So I thought my car was falling off. I got loose. I got so loose going into the turn, I actually slid 4 wheels onto the apron and almost took out Pittman. I hit the wall about 8 times. I hit the apron. I just thought my car was falling off, but when I went in and got the damage that I didn't know I had fixed. Car was as good as what it was in the beginning of the race, so that actually cost me a chance to win because I was running behind Sludge when that last caution came out and finished 10 seconds behind him because of all that. But it was a good day. I'm actually lucky to finish third, but if I'd have known I had that damage sooner, I could have got it fixed and maybe finished second. But good run to War and good win to Sludge, that's for sure.
Oh, you can't, especially a third place finish as we come to getting close here to the end of the season, and every point counts for the championship. So finishing third, that definitely, congratulations on that. Third is great, but not as great as our second place finisher, which is War. And War, this is the first time I've ever had the fun opportunity to bring you up into the booth and interview you, brother. Congratulations on getting second. Tell us how it all unfolded at the end for you to get that second place, man.
Thanks for having me. Hey, the view's pretty nice up here in the booth.
Ain't it?
Hey, big shout out to Eagles for inviting me in tonight. I didn't even know I was racing until a couple hours before the race, and big shout out to Billy. He ran awesome all night, and kind of got in some bad trouble there at the end. But congratulations to Sludge on that win, and we're happy to come in second, man. First stage, I went down a couple laps and just kept battling and just kept hitting my marks, man. I knew I had a good car. I just had to stay consistent, and it paid off at the end, man.
Oh, it's awesome, awesome finish. You have to, especially on the broadcast tonight and seeing you, put together a very good race. And, you and I were talking earlier this afternoon that you were kind of mentioning that you've had a very, very rough season, both in the FTR A League season as well as the High Side Racing League tonight on the Monday nights.
Yeah, I'm just wanting more improvements out of myself, man. I want to come out here and compete for wins and be a better, cleaner driver and take care of my business, man.
Well, it's awesome it's awesome that to see you have an excellent run and to finish it off. and getting this momentum, man. And hopefully getting this second place, and it's all about momentum sometimes, brother. So maybe you can take this momentum into Vegas next week for the FTR series Sunday night, bro.
Oh, we're definitely ready for some Vegas, man. Let's get it. Appreciate it, guys.
Absolutely, Ward. Awesome to have you up here, man, and definitely look forward to getting some practice in with you tomorrow and this week at Vegas. And excellent race. My hats off to you for putting together a great race. From one of your best races of the season, and hopefully you can take that momentum into next week, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Absolutely. And Sludge, 2 for 2, 2 nights in a row. Get to bring you up to the booth for a win, man. How you doing?
Doing good, doing good.
I hope you're feeling a little bit better tonight than after last night, man.
Oh yeah, this is 100% better than last night.
That's good, man. Tell us, man. You had a dominant car, man. You dominated this race. You took everybody to school tonight in that car of yours tonight, man. So tell us what went on with your race. Kind of give us your race view tonight. You run it down for us.
Well, first of all, I want to thank McLovin for this awesome setup he gave me. He pretty much gave this zombie Skittle Camry Toyota car a rocket, that's for sure. Stage one, beginning of the stage, I started in the wrong gear. Eagles got the early jump on me. After that, kind of got my rhythm going, focus on my line, and then I worked my way up to the first, and then I believe I took stage one, I think, and then stage two. A lot of caution came out, but I finished second, I think. I'm not 100% sure, behind RCR.
Yeah,
Stage three.
RCR did by a hair on of his chinny chin chin take stage two. But you were right there on that. And then stage three, yeah, you looked like you. Tell us about stage three, because you certainly had a rocket, and once you got back out into the lead, you didn't. You weren't giving that up for anything the rest of the race.
No, all the restarts. I get a good jump on the inside. Luckily, I got the good pits crew that keep me up front. Yeah, Rocket on the restart took the early lead, had like a half a second on the backstretch, and then after that, I hit my marks, and then I was consistently a second and a half lead throughout the whole race.
Especially going into the pit, you mentioned the pit crew that you had going into that last green flag stop. And this is Billy. You in here in the booth now? Okay, because I want to get kind of finish this up as far as what happened there in the end, because you guys went into the pits 1 and 2. You came out of the pits 1 and 2. Sludge, you looked like you were able to get a good little jump out of the pits and get a little space in between. So it looked like the one car was running you down, and then you guys came up on some lap traffic. Tell us what happened from your guys' perspective. What happened there with that lap traffic?
Well, I I don't really talk much when I'm racing. I like to focus and not say anything. I could have said, "Hey, I'm coming up behind you, move up, whatever," but they were running mid high, so I wasn't gonna say anything. They could have kept where they're at in the line. But when they noticed me down low, they both went straight to the wall, outside wall, and they kind of either got tangled up, and then Billy was right there, had nowhere to go, and he just got collected with the lap cars. It could be I could probably take the blame on that one for not saying anything. Um, but yeah, um, the last pit stop, it could have been Billy coming up with the last charge that he might have had, and he could have probably battled me for the lead coming at the end.
So Billy, from your perspective, what happened there on that? Because I had watching just you two there at the end as you guys went into the pits and coming out of the pits, and all of a sudden I saw you get collected. I think it was I was at the 48 that got into you. What happened there? Okay. Okay, didn't know if you want to elaborate or not because I was kind of curious, on what happened. I certainly don't think it was anything done on purpose or intentional. I just didn't know if you want to elaborate and kind of go over and what kind of happened there because you guys were definitely taking the 1-2 and looking for a nice little shootout there at the end, and looks like that you were kind of robbed of that, man. Okay. Well, I was just very curious because I wasn't. I saw, kind of caught a glimpse of what happened in the camera view. So, I appreciate all you guys taking a little extra time to come up on the booth on a late Monday night after a race at the High Side Racing League. We will look forward to seeing you all next week on Monday night, of course, for the High Side Racing League, and see all of you guys, all four of you guys, for the FTR A League Series playoff event at Las Vegas. So definitely stoked for that. Until then, we will see everybody then at Vegas for the FTR A League Series, and then the High Side Racing League Series on Monday night. Everybody have a great night. We'll see you next week.